Guys, how are you? I just did a almost a 30-minute video, so you guys may see it after this or before this, but watch that video. I'm going very detailed about, it's called Your Spouse Is Not Supposed to Be Perfect, and it's an add-on to the video I did yesterday, and I went into more details, included a story time and stuff, right? But God mentioned something to me last night, okay? And it's very important that a lot of you guys really pay attention to this message, because I'm telling you right now, this is going to hit a lot of you guys. It's going to hit the spot. Listen. God does not want you to change. He said last night, I don't want you to change. He doesn't want you to change. Many of you guys, you're feeling discouraged now. You're feeling like walking with God, you're just getting hurt. Walking with God, nothing's working in your favor right now. You know what I mean? Walking with God, you're not really seeing the results that you want to see right now. And sometimes you guys are seeing people who are doing evil, and it may look like they're succeeding. It may look like they're further ahead than you. It may look like those who are evil are getting the relationships they want, or the careers they want. Not everything is the way it looks. You have to understand something. And sometimes people may look happy on the outside, but their soul is hurting on the inside. Some people front. You get what I'm saying? Some people actually front. And for some of you guys, you have this mindset right now, and it's like, it's not just for the evil in the world, but it could be like relationship wise. It may be like, I talked about a situation yesterday where, I said some people may feel insecure, or may not feel like they're good enough, and they want to change themselves. They want to change who they are as a person. They may, listen, it happens a lot. Like, listen to people who end up in the strip clubs, people who end up prostituting, people who end up becoming models on Instagram, or people who end up doing certain things, and you all hear similar stories. It can even be men. Some men end up mistreating women now, or some men just end up playing women or having more than one woman now, because you're all going to hear the same stories. Some of these people originally started out good, originally started out honest, authentic, and sometimes it's the heartbreak that leads them to that situation, because they've changed because of the heartbreak. They've changed because they see, or they saw, that being bad or being the kind of person that everybody's attracted to is a lot easier than being themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? Than being themselves, and what society's standards are more attractive than them actually being themselves, and they feel like they want to change. Here's what God said last night. God made you authentically you, right? For a reason. God chose you to walk with him for a reason, and he made you authentically you. If you change who you are, that defeats the whole purpose that God has for you. It defeats the whole point. It defeats the whole purpose. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't go through warfare. You didn't go through all this stuff just for you to be like, you know what, I'm going to change. I'm going to be cold-hearted towards men or towards women now. Or I'm going to, go against my dignity and do something outside of my dignity and disrespect myself or my body, because I feel like people that do that get a lot more attention, or people that do that get a lot more offered to them. Or no, like, don't do that. What's the whole point of going through everything you've gone through just for you to say, I want to change? It may not be those specific examples, but some of you guys had the thought of, I'm going to change, or I'm going to change my mind about this particular person because, everything that's going on in the world right now, I can't trust them, or so it's kind of like some of you guys are literally willing to, give up on the prophecy God gave you or showed you, or it's like some of you guys are literally about to like give up on the word that God gave you over what you're seeing in society today, or over what someone else says to you, over being hurt. Do you get what I'm saying? God is saying, don't change. So whoever this is for, God is saying, don't change. Don't change. Don't apply this to you if you are someone that's doing toxicity and doing negative things, and you're like, oh, God said don't change, I'm gonna keep doing it. No. Don't play the message like that. No, I mean, like, don't change. If you're on the right path, he's saying, don't change. And he also said, be patient. Be patient. And this message was for me too, because I was kind of getting a little bit annoyed too. And when God gave me this message for y'all, he gave me this message for myself too. And he was like, don't change stuff. Because sometimes when you see people like mistreating you, sometimes you're like, you want to end up being this. Sometimes people turn bitter or turn cold because of how they're being treated. So they're like, I'm not gonna be nice to nobody no more, because people take advantage of my niceness. People take my kindness for weakness. I'm not gonna. No, continue being who you are. Continue being who you are. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Your humbleness is what's leading you to where you're going to be. God is saying. Okay, you being yourself is why God has originally given you that prophecy, is because you were being yourself the whole time. You being yourself is why God has the outcome. God has that specific purpose for you. Remember what I told you guys, the purpose that God has for you matches with your personality. God said don't change. Okay, don't change. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.